Hello, everyone. It's Haxley here, and today I'm joined by Mai. Mighty is woman. And I see you have your eye of Agamotto already for this episode. Have any of us ever met someone so important to us that we are willing to sacrifice the entire universe for?
I feel like I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble if I don't say yes, considering I'm engaged. But no, actually, because if you sacrifice the whole universe, then you're gonna sacrifice them as well. Like that's just common sense. Yeah.
All right, we'll tell Steph that.
Yeah, that's fine. She'll respect it or she won't, and I'll. It's fine.
Jeff, how
It'll be
about
down
you?
here.
How about you, Jeff?
I mean, I'm already ready to snap away half the universe. So
Okay, Shannon.
Okay,
It's just
moving
efficient.
on.
it is
Jeff
just
has-
efficient.
Jeff has not seen What If, so he'll be just listening on, maybe adding things in throughout the show. But me and Mai have, and we'll be discussing What If, episode 4? This is 4, right? Yes.
I think
12.
the 4 or 5, something.
And this one, Doctor Strange loses his heart.
Yeah, this one was interesting, right? Because like, no matter what he did, she was going to die.
Yeah, which is very different from the other What Ifs where it was like something changed. I feel like the thing that this was like a lot of things change in this universe.
Yeah, this one was like the Nexus event is him becoming strange, or Sorcerer Supreme. But in this one, a part of that was that she had to die, and I thought she was still alive from the movie.
The movie one, she is alive.
Yeah, like
the Nexus event is not her dying or anything. It's
just him
Doctor
becoming
Strange is
submarine.
not an asshole or still an asshole, but at least has one person he cares about.
Yeah,
that's the Nexus event. Like Doctor Strange is not cares about other people besides himself because in the movie version.
The Nexus event is that he becomes Sorcerer Supreme because he has to become Sorcerer Supreme. There's no other way around it. The variant in this is that their relationship seems to have survived everything and that they're still together. And
I don't even know if they were together in the movie. I think
they
were
weren't
just working together.
Well, they were together, and she ended it things because he only ever cared about his work and never really showed that he cared about her. And then he lost his hands, and she tried because she loved him. She tried to like help him out, and he treated her like shit and went off on his own adventure. And in this one, it seems like the variant was definitely that they were still together, going strong, and then it all happened. Which seems that like he would have had to go back and change their relationship to get to the original timeline. And that was always the problem, was that he wasn't doing that, and because they were in a relationship and she was going to be in the car or not in the car or whatever, he had to lose what is most important to him in order to become Sorcerer Supreme. And the original timeline, it's his hands because it's his work. In this episode, it was the love of his life.
Okay, because I was like confused, but yeah, the way you explain it makes sense. Like he has to give up something to become Sorcerer Supreme. In the case of this What If episode, he loses her. In the case of the normal universe, it's his hands. So maybe if he just went back in time further and just told himself, "Don't fall in love," we would still have a universe.
Yeah, or your career is more important. It would go back to the original timeline, and she would still be alive. That being said, I thought this episode did a really good job of showing us the dark, horrific Strange that we supposedly were going to get a lot of in Multiverse of Madness.
We definitely got a lot of glimpses of that, especially when he just started to have a buffet on magical creatures.
Yeah.
We're kind of seeing him become more and more devil-like with everything he was eating. Like he had a goat, a dragon thing. I forget what else he ate.
There was a lot, and I think the tentacle thing that we have been seeing is actually linked to something that we see in Shang-Chi. That is my theory.
You don't think
But
it's
I
the same
don't.
tentacle thing from
I,
the Peggy Carter episode?
I think they are, and I think both of those are connected to that. I just don't want to talk too much about it until we start talking about Shang-Chi. Yeah, no, I think this episode was really well done. It really showed the complete and total dark and horrific side that magic can have that we didn't really get from Mads Mikkelsen's performance in the original Doctor Strange. And also, I kept thinking that like maybe they were gonna do some weird twisting of the fates kind of thing and make Dormammu evil Steven. Since Dormammu's power is to like take bargains and shape the world with time and stuff.
Yeah, but he already defeated Dormammu. I think we saw that in the fast forward part.
Right, but he kept going back in time, so it definitely could have been a like
I'm back. Yeah, like a
yeah
paradox.
yeah, and that could have been really interesting. I'm a little sad they didn't do it, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we only have so long. They're only like 30-minute episodes. In the end, we had a battle between two different Doctor Stranges for the soul of the universe. I thought it was very interesting where we had Uatu, is that his name?
Yes.
Watching, talking, and then Stephen Strange even noticing him.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. It was also a really good way to show how powerful Stephen had gotten by the end of it. Was that through his research and his learnings and his absorption of these entities, he became so powerful that he could see, sense, and even talk to the Watcher.
It makes me wonder if we're going to start seeing more of Uatu doing more things in the What If series, or if there's just like one off chance that he interacted.
I really hope so, because I think that the voice actor for the Watcher, I forget his name, is really talented, and I've really been digging his Watcher.
It would be nice if they're more overly connected and we had Uatu being maybe more involved. Like, I'll start doing more things to help.
Right, it's Jeffrey Wright who's the voice actor. I would love to see Jeffrey Wright do more with the Watcher. He's incredibly talented, and I just want to see more. For those of you that don't know who Jeffrey Wright is,
I have no idea.
He's in Westworld.
He's in Westworld. He's also going to be Gordon in The Batman with Pattinson.
Okay.
Trying to find another thing that he was in. He was in Hunger Games. Who was he in Hunger Games?
It's been a while since I've seen Hunger Games, so I don't know if that would be helpful for me at all. Probably one of the Capitol people.
Yeah, he was.
Was he like the helper Sicilian, the announcer guy?
He was BT.
Oh, okay. One of
yeah.
the district winner fighters from like 2 or 4 or something.
Yeah, he is a. He was a tribute that participated in one and ends up being a fighter for the rebellion.
Yeah,
which is
I think this might be my favorite episode so far, with maybe Star-Lord T'Challa second.
I think I have to agree with that. I think it was really powerful, especially because it was able to lean almost strictly on one character, one voice actor the entire time, and just it made it feel like it was longer and it had more depth because of it.
Now, I feel like I should bring this up that a lot of people were a little upset with this episode for fridging Christine, or it felt like they were fridging Christine over and over again, making her just a tool to further Doctor Strange's character.
See, knowing how Stephen Strange is, I can understand the fridging concept of Christine, but in all actuality, it's really what Stephen Strange's worst fear is, which is failure.
Yeah, like personally to me, I feel like death is a lot of times a good motivation. It does suck where you keep seeing someone like you keep dying, but I don't think it's a reason we shouldn't have deaths and stuff. Like, it has to be done well. It won't always work, But in this case, it was the motivation Steve needed. He needs something that he loved just as much as his hands in the movies, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that there would have been any other alternative for Dr. Stephen Strange to lose besides his hands than Christine. And I feel like it's almost even more powerful because this Stephen Strange decided to choose her over his career and was able to do both anyways and learned that he could do both. Like, he obviously had that character growth off screen in comparison to the Stephen Strange that we know. And for that to happen kind of made the only answer for him to lose was her. Now, a different way they could have done this is maybe instead we lose Doctor Strange and Christine becomes Sorcerer Supreme, but Dr. Stephen Strange is the Nexus character, and him becoming Sorcerer Supreme is the Nexus event, so that was not an option. Because the way the Nexus characters and Nexus events work is they cannot change.
We'll see if Marvel's about it, because is Stephen Strange a Nexus being, or is it just the Sorcerer Supreme a Nexus being?
I believe Dr. Stephen Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, is the Nexus being. And him becoming the Sorcerer Supreme is the Nexus event.
Yeah, because the Ancient One did say he's going to be like the most powerful one.
Yeah. And she even said in this, you have to be Sorcerer Supreme. Like, there was no other option. You have to be.
All right. I think that concludes our discussion on What If. Well, any thoughts, Jeffrey, after listening to us?
I'm just going to watch it. I'm curious.
You're going to watch it? You're ready for the Sorcerer Supreme being stuck in a paradox?
Yeah.
Fighting for the love of his life. Something me and you may never know.
Oh, ouch.
You couldn't point me out because
we're the two single gentlemen, okay?
It's the heart of the cards, Haxley. When my deck gets destroyed.
I mean, if y'all want to do some tarot readings and see if you can find your love, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, well then, I guess not. But yeah, that concludes our discussion on What If.